It's Thursday, July 3rd.
We ask everyone to be very cautious with their behavior in the outdoors with anything that could cause a fire.
Wildfire burning north of Lytton, BC is raging out of control and has people in the area on edge just 4 years after a devastating fire burned down the town.
It's brutal. I love it, and as long as I'm around water, I'm good.
With heat warnings in place for the majority of provinces, people will need to find relief from high temperatures, indoors and out.
We're pleased that he's finally been held responsible for 2 federal crimes, something that he's never faced in his life.
Mixed verdict. Sean Diddy Combs has been cleared of the most serious charges against him, but could still face a lengthy prison sentence after being denied bail.
The decision we have been entrusted by the American people to make will have ramifications for millions.
The U.S. House of Representatives has been debating all night without moving much closer to passing President Donald Trump's spending bill. Stay with us, Canada. Your morning starts right now. Well, good morning, Canada. Welcome to Your Morning. I'm Anne-Marie Mediwake.
Good morning. I'm Lindsey Deluce.
I'm Kelsey McEwen. Hope your Thursday is off to a great start.
We mentioned this debate has been going on all night, and we can see the live pictures this morning, Linz.
Yeah, do you want to dip in for a second? And we're going to bring you more of that. So this is what's been going on. Like, these guys have been up all night, right? Do we have audio too? Can we hear a little bit of it? No, just know they're very tired, but they're continuing. I'm going to bring you this full story coming up in a couple of minutes and bring you up to speed on what's happening south of the border. But first, what's happening north of the border. The Nakaya Creek wildfire near Lytton, BC is now being held after people nearby were briefly forced to get out.
Not expecting it to grow outside its current boundaries.
So officials in BC say the fire started on Monday. And think about this, it has been 4 years to the day, as of Monday, of that devastating fire that destroyed Lytton and killed 2 people. Another fire, which is burning north of Lytton, the Eisman Creek wildfire, is now burning out of control, quadrupling in size from Tuesday night. There are also evacuation orders and alerts in place along Highway 12. The road is closed between Lytton and Lillooet.
The storms that brought the cooler, wetter weather also brought significant lightning with them. And as that area dried out, we have started to pick up more fires, primarily on the western half of the province.
The Saskatchewan Public Safety Agency says thousands of lightning strikes have caused a significant rise in active wildfires. As of Wednesday afternoon, there were 65 and are 65 active fires burning in the province. 20 of those are not contained. The most prominent fire burning right now, that's near Bear Creek Resort and La Planche First Nation, forcing 185 people from their homes. That fire, it is about 8,000 hectares. To give you some perspective, that's about 4.5 times as big as Toronto's Pearson Airport. So let's talk about the heat now. There are heat warnings in effect in 7 out of 10 provinces this morning.
With the heat's 29 degrees outside, inside the house is going to be 40 degrees.
Parts of Atlantic Canada could feel like the high 30s today with the humidity. And during times of high heat, conditions become especially worrying for people experiencing homelessness or living in homes without air conditioning. When it is a little bit cooler outside than inside, you are being advised, close your blinds, open your windows, use a fan if possible to move that cooler air in. Another option is to head to a public space with air conditioning, or of course, if you can find a pool as well.
The longer the stretch of heat that happens, generally the higher the bather load becomes.
It will also be a hot day in the prairies with heat warnings in Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. If you're out at the pool or outside, drink plenty of water, take breaks from the sun as per usual. There should be some relief from the heat by tomorrow. Prime Minister Mark Carney and cabinet ministers met with auto industry execs during ongoing trade talks with the U.S.
We had a very good meeting. Talking about the industry, and we've been very, very clear. We're always going to be there to support the workers and the industry.
Talks were centered on U.S. tariffs, of course, and ways to protect Canadian supply chains from the U.S. trade war. The U.S. president has repeatedly said his country doesn't need Canadian cars and wants to see automotive companies move all production south of the border. They've already imposed 25% tariffs on cars made in Canada, with carve-outs for parts built in the U.S. After the meeting, it's also not clear whether Ottawa will keep the electric vehicle mandate. By next year, 20% of new passenger vehicles sold in Canada are supposed to be battery-powered or hybrid. Oh, here we go. Toronto's most notorious speed camera. It is back up and running, but now it has its own security.
Well, hopefully the eye in the sky is now going to help.
Okay, guys, there's now a surveillance camera watching the speed camera. This is the busiest speed camera in Toronto, having issued more than $7 million in tickets. It's also been vandalized 5 times in 7 months. There you go. That's what it looked like after the vandals hit it. This camera was installed on Parkside Drive after a deadly crash 4 years ago. Some people in the neighborhood say it is necessary, and they notice people drive differently when the camera is up and working. Sean Diddy Combs will remain behind bars until his sentencing. A judge has denied him bail.
Yeah, we'll be saying something soon.
Sean Combs' lawyer declined to comment after he was acquitted of 1 count of racketeering conspiracy and 2 counts of sex trafficking by force. He was convicted of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. So both of those carry a 10-year maximum behind bars. The judge says the trial has proven he is capable of carrying out violent acts, so he denied Combs bail. A sentencing date is tentatively scheduled for October the 3rd. Oh, some devastating news from the soccer world to share with you this morning. Liverpool forward Diogo Jota has been killed in a car crash along with his brother in Spain.
With the interception, Diaz's flick, Jota dancing to score in the Merseyside derby!
So sad. Yeah, Jota scoring one of the biggest goals of Liverpool's 20th championship season against their rivals, Everton. That was just back in April. So here's what we know. He was driving with his brother, also professional soccer player, Andre Silva. Spanish police say their car left the road after a tire popped while passing another car. Jota's car then caught fire. Jota has 3 kids, 3 children. He was married less than 3 weeks ago. Diogo Jota was 28 years old. His brother, Andre Silva, was 26. The U.S. House of Representatives are debating this morning, and really overnight, as Republicans struggle to pass President Donald Trump's spending bill. So we gave you a little sneak peek a little bit earlier at the House after this all-night session. The only progress so far has been a procedural roll call, which took about 6 hours to pass. The spending bill passed by the Senate has the distinction of being disliked by both moderate and hardline Republicans. Okay, so here's another live look. Ooh, more animated now. Again, I don't think we can hear anything, but moderates don't like cuts to programs like Medicaid. Hardliners object to spending that will balloon the national debt. Despite the opposition, Republicans are trying to push it through as quickly as possible. President Trump wants the bill on his desk by the 4th of July, which is wait, is that tomorrow? That's tomorrow. People living in and around northern Greece are carrying on an age-old tradition in the wrestling ring.
When you look from outside, you don't see a big difference, but when you wrestle, you have a very big difference because you don't have a similar tactics.
Okay, so what's he talking about? Well, what music? Are we playing music with this one? Anyway, in ancient Greece, athletes used to rub themselves with olive oil, for the Olympic Games, which included wrestling. Both amateurs and professionals recently oiled up for matches on a local football pitch. Those that do it say, it's probably pretty obvious, it's way more difficult to wrestle because it's slipperier.